And we're going back to your emails from Fraser Township. Thomas writes in, Governor Corbett, last evening I attended our township meeting and a proposal was made to purchase a new Dodge Durango for our police department. I asked supervisors not to purchase this vehicle because, as you know, Chrysler is no longer an American company and is owned by a French company. Our solicitor informed me that the state of PA still has Chrysler on their list of manufacturers to purchase police vehicles. I would ask you to immediately remove Chrysler from this list. Is that fair?
Well, first off, you have to understand what the ownership of Chrysler is. And if you would agree with me that if one entity owns more than 50% of Chrysler, that's what their ownership really is. And in this case, 59.2% of Chrysler is owned by the United Auto Workers plan. Okay, so on top of that, 8.6% is owned by the United States Treasury. So it is more of an American company than anything else. What we require in Pennsylvania is that it be American manufactured. And there's a whole formula as to what that means. It's the majority of the car has been manufactured in the United States, and we will.
Does it have to be assembled here as well, or does that matter?
I think it does have to be assembled here. And then finally, let me divert this for a moment. What we're looking to do is encourage Chrysler and Ford and GM to start building cars and light-duty trucks with natural gas tanks so that we can start purchasing those. One, we'd reduce the pollution, obviously, because it's a cleaner burning fuel. But two, we'd increase the demand for our natural gas that we have here, which would increase the prices for the people there, and we'd get the drillers who are starting to slow down drilling, particularly in the northern tier, to get back to drilling.
And we touched on that. I think it was last month or the month before that we are starting to see that. There are some truck models coming out like that. Wilkes-Barre next. Frank writes in, I read an article this morning concerning the state pension concerns and possible solutions to the problem. My question to you, why not remove all those who should not be collecting pensions, such as elected officers, immediately from the pension rolls, return them only their contribution if they have not already collected that amount? Easier said than done.
Much easier said than done, because whatever we do is going to have to be the action of the General Assembly, who are members of the pension. The pensions that we're talking about, there's a number of pensions. First off, there's a state pension. There's CSRS, which is for the state employees retirement system. It includes the legislatures, the judiciary, the executive branch, everything there. PSRS is the state teachers, and that's all the teachers across Pennsylvania, including some of the professors at the various universities, state and state-related universities. There's also all the municipal plans that are out there. Pennsylvania, because we have so many municipalities, has 25% of all the municipal plans in the country here in this state.
That's an amazing number, actually.
Now, what I need to deal with, and what the legislature needs to deal with, first off, is the CSRS and the PSRS. And as I said earlier in the show, I've talked to the leadership. They're willing to sit down and talk about it. At the moment, I'm actually going to school. I have people coming in and taking me through how we got here, what the facts are, what the law is, and pretty soon they're about to give me some, hopefully, solutions or some remedies to where we are. Because if not, remember what I said before, we're going to be up over $4 billion in 2016-17. That is, I call that the tapeworm of the budget. It just will continue to create budget havoc. It will affect the schools. It will affect the social services. It will affect everything we do in Pennsylvania if we don't get this under control. So we're looking at what our options are, and we'll be working with the legislature to see what we can do. That said, there is no silver bullet, and it will hurt. Right now, we have a defined benefit program. If you talk to most of private industry, and I would suspect if you have a pension if you have something here, it's not a defined benefit anymore. It is a defined contribution, similar to a 401k.